Hello and welcome to the Design Make Play show. I'm Sarah and I'm an illustrator and designer at Zen Maker Lab. And for today's segment, we're going to cover silhouettes and how they can impact our characters. So let's get started. So what is the purpose of silhouettes? Well, silhouettes can make such a difference in characters, and really they can become more recognizable and more memorable just from looking at the outline of a silhouette. So I'll show you some examples of what that is. But just to clarify, what a silhouette is it's the dark shape and outline of someone or something visible against a lighter background, especially in dim light. So here's the first example that I'm showing you guys. And I'm not going to tell you who they are first, but I'll give you a hint. They are monsters. And they are from this movie, Monsters, Inc. So again, just from looking at the silhouette, we can tell who they are, not even from their facial expressions or the color of what they are, but just looking at the silhouette itself. So I'll give you another example. This is from a whimsical Disney movie, and they are from the cat from Alice in Wonderland. Again, so we're just looking at that crazy smile that this cat has and the shape that it has of the silhouette. And that's, again, just making this character more memorable. And once you've seen the movie, you can start remembering who is who and whether they're a villain or a hero. So next, I will show you one more example. And this is a princess from a Disney classic. They are Cinderella. And again, just looking at her, just from her costuming and how her hair is designed, we can see from the silhouette who this character is. So moving forward, I wanted to throw in this Aladdin style piece because I thought it was interesting to show, again, the exaggerated shapes that we covered in a previous segment. But just looking at these characters, looking at the exaggerated shapes they have can tell a lot about whether they're a friendly character or a villain or a hero. So for example, Jafar, he pretty much has like a triangular shape, and that's kind of the distinction that he's a villain. So looking at these portraits of villains, we can see that they're very edgy and they kind of have sharp lines, and that is making them look more scary and more evil. So here's Jafar. And again, he has these really sharp shoulders and he's tall and lanky, and that's just adding to his character, and we're remembering him because of these features. And next we have Maleficent from Sleeping Beauty, and she has just this giant cloak on with these sharp, scary horns, and that again is making her look like a villain. And lastly, we have this character from Hercules, and he has these creepy long fingers with kind of these tentacle flames at the bottom, so he is a villain as well. But then on the other side, we have these characters who are heroes, and that is Woody and Buzz, and they are more rounded characters and more friendly looking, so we can start to tell the difference between a villain versus a hero just from the silhouette. And here we have Pluto, who is a very friendly dog, and again, we can just tell that he's a playful character and very energetic. And lastly, we have Winnie the Pooh, who is literally the friendliest, softest, cuddliest character that we can think of. And he is pretty much made of a complete circle and doesn't have many rough edges, so that makes him a very friendly character. And now when we're looking at Winnie the Pooh versus Jafar and their silhouettes, we can start to see that not only we know who these characters are because of their distinct silhouettes, but we know who is friendlier, who's more evil, and who's the hero and who's the villain. And I just wanted to end with this example. These are some images from videos and animations where they're using simply just silhouettes with either a colored background or a black and white background. And again, it's telling us so much about the story and who the characters are, and it's still really impactful even though it's black and white. So again, just knowing that we can use silhouettes to really benefit our characters and make them have very distinct features. So for today's design challenge, I would like to challenge you guys to create a silhouette of a villain character. So you can look at the segment before if you want to get some more inspiration, but I want you guys to create a really strong, impactful silhouette that really demonstrates what a creepy villain looks like. So have fun, and I can't wait to see what you guys do. Ultimately, what I hope you guys took away from this segment today is that silhouettes can really help make our characters more memorable and more impactful, and we can actually tell the difference between villains versus heroes just based on the silhouette and the shape that they are. So just keep that in mind when we're creating characters for animations, or stories or comic strips. Creating a strong silhouette can make all the difference. So I hope you guys had fun and learned something new, and I'll see you in the next segment.